The R&B legends, KC.
Yo.
Dalvin.
Yes, sir.
Where's your brother Joe? Where's your brother JoJo? In the bathroom?
He in the bathroom.
man.
He's in
Devontae
LA.
Swing.
Yeah,
Oh, he didn't make
Swing.
it?
Nah.
He knew I was going to talk about that ponytail he had.
Whoa! He would have went to war with you with
Yeah.
that.
Why, he got when people was killing him on social media, he got tight about it?
He's like, yeah, I love it. He said, let's talk. I love it. No, he don't care.
He asked us how we felt about it before he did it.
And what did you say?
You know what I said? I said, man, you know what? I don't care how you wear your hair, man. Let's just go do Soul Train Awards.
But Devontae's always been the one that was crazy though in the crew.
Yeah,
hip hop Prince.
He just do what he do. I mean, I wouldn't say crazy. It's a genius, man.
But
He's eccentric and
different.
Different. Very. He's been that way for years, man.
So Casey, how you doing, bro?
I'm chilling.
You guys got the new album.
Got the new album.
I
Past,
know
the present, the future.
The Soul Train Awards was a great look for you guys.
Oh man, that was like wow. It was that whole week was crazy, man. Cause we were so anxious and excited, you know, and like all four of us back together on stage, on TV. So it was a great looking, great feeling, man.
Do you guys ever reminisce? I'm sure you do. Talk about the early days on Uptown and just.
Oh yeah.
Because you was a wild boy back in the day.
Oh man.
I mean, yes. We all know this, Ebro. This is
I
a
wouldn't
fact.
say that, but y'all got to look at it like this, man. You got four young men, teenagers. Because when Jodeci first came out, Dalvin was 16, and JoJo was 17, and Devontae was 19. So moving from North Carolina to here, you know, money, women, cars, homes.
Yep.
Before the age of 21, 22.
And the money at that time was a lot different
Man,
than the music money.
Was it? Yeah, it was real money back then. But yeah, man. But we made mistakes, man. Who wouldn't at that age? You know what I'm saying? All that success. But now, we're in our 40s now, man. You know, we see a lot of things different now. So hey, we men now.
Do you guys feel that you've gotten your due? Because when you really look at the history of this whole thing, I mean, the legacy of Jodeci is iconic. You guys really were, you and Mary were really at the beginning of creating a genre. I mean, this is you guys created modern R&B as we know, along with Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly, and a couple other people. Who just walked in here?
JoJo. Look at it.
I mean, why not?
Look at it. Sit right. You can sit right there. Sit right next to Rosenberg.
No, so JoJo, I was just asking them about, you know, do you guys feel like you've gotten the props you deserve for your legacy? Because those of us who know really know when you run through the list of hits and you talk about the impact that the Forever My Lady album had, we're talking about a real monster of that you guys were. Do you feel like your place is etched properly in the way you deserve it?
I mean, I think that, like, you know, as we know, the business has changed drastically. You know, when we came out, was no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, none of that. So we did like the groundwork. So now I think it's easy for artists to come out and try to, you know, claim that spot. Like, oh, we the creators. Because a lot of people don't know. They know the name because Jodeci is the brand, obviously, you know, but like individual members, a lot of people don't know, like our new fans don't really know, like our hardcore fans know Jodeci. So now I think it's coming back full circle that, you know, that we put the music back out that we left with, and it's like, oh, that's a cool song. Then they go back into the history of, okay, that's where that came from. That's where that sound came from. So I think now, like, social media is really helping. Like now, a lot of artists that started a lot of different things, trends, music, you know, the way we dress, the way we look, the boots, the hats, you know, Scully's, that most R&B groups came out during the, you know, the Instagrams and the Facebooks and all that, and the MySpace and all that stuff.
Can we talk through, because a lot of people, you know, JoJo, Casey, you guys were the primary vocalists in the crew, right?
Yeah.
Dalvin, they say you play instruments.
Yeah, produce, right.
Yeah, produce.
You produce and write.
And sing
then,
as well, yeah.
And sing as well. But then Devontae was mostly the melodies, the keys,
yeah.
And that was kind of the collective.
So like I said earlier in earlier interview, they just described Jodeci. Okay, this is how Jodeci is. Devontae is the brain. You know what I'm saying?
The style,
the brain.
That rock star. That was all. Devontae came with that rock star image for you.
Yeah. So Devontae the brain, JoJo the mind, Dalvin the heart, and KC is definitely the soul. So we put it all together. You got Jodeci. That's it.
Do you guys? I interviewed Puff a few years ago, and he talked about that when he was working for you guys on like a daily basis, was really running around with you.
Yeah.
That he was willing to do any job possible. Do you guys remember when Puff was really doing any and everything that was required of him?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
What's it like to see someone go from that to being this mogul when he was like practically a kid just running around helping
Casey, you
guys?
disrespected Diddy a couple of times. Keep it real.
No,
You made him go get his. You made him go get you some cheesecake.
You probably started that.
He probably saying that out on them.
but back then, man, we always knew. Actually, JoJo said, he said, "Yo, we can keep trying to, get Puff to do this and do that for us, man. But one day, Puffy is gonna be large, man." But we said, "Yeah," because he was hungry back then,
was
man.
hungry,
He worked his way to the top. Trust me, it didn't come easy for him. He worked his way, man, and we're just so proud of him, man. And keep on doing what you're doing, man. We still love you, Might sound funny, Pup, but the job's still open.
Bring him back. Sometimes Puffy needs to come back down to earth. Go make some coffee for Jodeci.
Humble yourself.
All right, round up some chicks in the lobby.
JoJo, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Just glad to be. I'm here. I'm blessed. I thank God for the new album, and I thank God for the fans and what we call them our friends. I just thank God for everybody just stuck with us through the good and the bad, So, I'm more of a quiet type. I like to observe and
Play the back.
Yes, and so I can see it and feel it and really know that it's real. And I just thank God for being here, man. I thank God for my brothers, and I thank God for you people. I mean, you guys. I thank God. I'm happy to be here.
That's dope, Dalvin. Let's talk about money, man. Cause you still got the
Love
ice
talking about
on,
money.
you still got the fresh glasses. Does the airplay and the music, the business has changed.
Oh, it's dramatic.
But because you guys wrote records back in the day,
Right.
you actually, and for the audience, maybe you can explain, because there's a lot of young people coming up, they don't understand necessarily the value of playing an instrument, writing a song, and how that is what really ends up paying your bills later on, because music sales ain't the same. Can you talk about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, Jodeci has always been a self-contained group. We always wrote, produced everything we did. So, and then, we knew that that's where the money was. And we didn't do it for the money in the beginning, but later on you grow in the business, you understand, we glad, because that was at the end of the day, when the lights stopped shining as bright as they were, and records stopped spinning as fast as they were, as much as they were, you still got that. You got your publishing, and we own the publishing, and we had our rights to all our material because we wrote everything, produced everything. So that was a big thing for us, and it kept us around, and kept us alive. Every 6 months, you see them checks come to your mailbox. That was pretty
Happy,
cool.
right? Pay some of these credit cards off.
Yeah.
Casey, you was you're not listed, but what was the Father MC record? It sounds like your voice in the back. Was that Treat 'em Like
That was the first song that Jodeci was on.
But y'all not listed on that record.
No, they didn't list us.
They
Back then,
didn't?
no, we wasn't getting featured back then.
They
People
didn't
just
give you
knew
the
it.
feature on the Father MC record.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that, man.
No, I learned that later. Well, we didn't know anything. That was the first thing we did when we first got to New York.
Teenagers.
Like at the time,
Yeah. We
16,
didn't know anything.
17.
We just happy to be on the video.
Yeah, we just
sung the hook, and that was
here
it.
is.
Somebody else wrote it, you just performed it, done deal.
Yeah,
I think did Puff write that?
Nah, Puff didn't do that.
right
Puff
there.
didn't do that.
I mean, I know he brought us to the
JoJo.
video.
He danced.
Nah.
He danced. He danced
I remember
in the video.
he coordinated us being on that song. Though, I know that. He had something to do with that.
yeah, man. We probably got about how much? About 500.
I don't even think it was that. Some oodles and noodles or
Yeah,
something like
oodles
that.
and noodles, pack of oodles and noodles.
What was the
But that song got us out there, though.
It
Can't
did.
front on it.
Yeah, no, listen, that was a big record, Father
Yeah,
MC Treat.
yeah.
What was the first thing y'all bought back in the day? I want to hear them stories.
I went
The
to
first thing
Canal
you bought.
Street and
Man,
spent like
Canal
30 grand
Street.
in like 2 days on Canal Street in 2 days.
That's a fake ass trip.
Nah, my drill wasn't fake. But I spent like 30 grand on Canal
Wait,
Street.
look at Kate. Wait, what'd you buy? Some fake jewelry, Casey?
Man, you know I did, man. I
We got our little vans.
I
That's
wanted
where
like
it's
I was
going.
from New York, man. I was chilling though. Hey, I had fun. Man. But hey, I mean, man, you taking me back, man. What did I? Y'all know what we did.
No, I don't know what you did. Don't
Nah,
try to put me in
what we
here.
did.
Dalvin, you was always want to try to act too cool, man.
Nah, man. You
What
know,
happened, Casey? Tell us a story.
Man, you know we rented a limousine. And
I knew you was about to say that, man.
and we're riding around. And the rest I can't tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure the limo was not the end of what this was.
Nah.
What do you guys have a record out there? I mean, there's so many songs that everyone knows and thinks about all the time, but like, are there any records for you guys personally that you think people don't talk about as much? Like, I think a record you guys made late that was, well, it was a Casey and JoJo record, but Life was a great record that I felt like came at the end that maybe didn't, you know, kind of went under the radar a little bit. Are there some tunes that you guys have that you really personally love that that maybe don't get talked about as much?
Well, for me personally, KC, I love I'm Still Waiting, My Heart Belongs to You, Cry for You. Those are my favorite joints, man. I love just fiending. I love the sing.
Classic.
Love the performer.
Man. And the Wu-Tang collab.
Oh man, that's Dalvin
Freaking
right
You.
there.
Freaking You. That was something you put together.
Yeah,
Well, what happened was, when Freaking You came out, that's when the transition of, hip hop started taking over the airways. When rap was coming in, R&B was kind of taking a back seat. And we had just dropped Freaking You, the original version. And when it came to radio, it didn't just take off like the rest of our singles. So I called my brother, I said, man, let me flip this right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it went to radio and it did good, but it didn't come out strong like the rest, like Come and Talk to Me. And the rest of them, how they just, went up. But it was going through the hip hop period when hip hop was dominating the radio at the time. So being it was Jodeci, obviously it was going to be like, people wanted to hear it, but it wasn't, Jodeci, how we used to come into business. So I called my brother, like I said, and he's like, oh, yeah, see what you can do to us. So I reached out to RZA. Because I was a big Method Man fan at the time, but I called RZA and he was like, we don't really collab with R&B. And I said, well, can we get Method Man on the track? He said, Method Man's in Japan. He said, I got 2 new cats in the camp, which was Ghostface and Raekwon at the time. And he said, well, I'm going to sit them down, see how y'all collab. And they came to the studio with like 40 dudes, machetes, masks. I thought they came in the robbers at the studio. I'm like, man. But they had all kind of, man. And I was like, cool, I didn't know who was who. Yeah, it was real cool, man. Real cool, and then, I put the track on. I did the track in like 5 minutes. And, and it was like, it's just something new for us, man. So give us a minute. And so we actually, Ghostface's verse wasn't even on there at first because he's I can't get it. And we just left Raekwon. He called me back like 2 days later. He said, man, let me just try it again. And he came and spit the first line. Then he freestyled the whole thing. It just came out like that.
Nash.
Yeah.
So let's get on I'm Still Waiting. Let's get on the Freaking You remix. JoJo, what's your record? What's one of your records, Jodeci records, you'd like to get on right now?
Wow. I was staying with Forever My Lady because that's really took us.
That was the jump off.
That's what
all right, so we'll do that. Plus, the new album is called what?
The Past,
the Present,
and the Future.
And y'all about to go on, it's a whole tour lined up. You got the album coming out.
Yeah, we're doing all that. That's one of the reasons why Devontae's not here. He's there in L.A. now at his crib, doing studio work for pre-production for the tour.
So you guys make sure the music, y'all rehearsal is Devontae gets all the music and the sounds right for the stage, the band and all that right. Then y'all get together, rehearse, get the vocals right, get the stage look right.
Pretty much.
Y'all going out black leather? Straight black leather. Y'all staying with the black leather. What y'all doing?
That's what we do.
I mean, we keep it leather down.
Gotta have the
and the boot, the combat boot. You still taking your shirt off out there, Casey?
Nah, I'm getting a little too old for that.
Hey, y'all, give it up for Jodeci, man. Much love for coming through.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.